Every time we talk about dating and relationships, the very foundation of everything is built on trust. Without trust, even the strongest feelings can easily crumble under pressure. But here's the thing, sometimes one person isn't as invested as they seem. They might be playing games, manipulating emotions, or testing boundaries without you realizing it. These behaviors are sometimes caused by insecurity, past experiences, and even a need for control. The tricky part is, these actions aren't always apparent, at least not at first. By the time you catch on, you may be deep in the emotional tangle. Now, let's be real for a minute. Why does someone play games in a relationship? People act this way for all kinds of reasons. Some do this out of fear of vulnerability. Others perhaps enjoy the kick of keeping one guessing. Then there are those who just don't know how to communicate what they need from someone. Whatever the motivation, the result is always the same: confusion, frustration, and no real connection. When she's playing you, she holds the cards while you sit and wonder where you stand. Here's a key takeaway. Awareness is your best defense. If you've ever felt like you're walking on eggshells around your partner or constantly trying to prove yourself, pay attention. These are classic signs of emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation refers to tactics used to influence or control someone's behavior. It might be as innocent as guilt-tripping to do something or even making them jealous with flirting, but in each respect, it's an unequal relationship in which one party is entirely in possession of the power. Red flags are warnings that something is not quite right. The root of trust issues is usually some hurt or insecurity in the past that makes it difficult to fully believe others. Power dynamics describe the balance or imbalance of control within a relationship, while emotional boundaries refer to the limits we set to protect our mental and emotional well-being. And all those elements come back to that core message: knowing when someone's playing games. So, what does that look like when she's playing you? Well, a common sign is the inconsistency. She says she wants to hang out with you, but calls last minute to cancel. Or goes from showering you with affection to cold the next day. The push and pull dynamic keeps you hooked, always in the chase for her approval. A huge red flag would be mixed signals. For instance, she may pretend to be interested in a serious relationship, but keep avoiding the future. These contradictions make you doubt your perception and question reality. Other things that are helpful to know include how esteem factors in when it comes to dating and relationships. Low self-esteem leaves you being played so easily. If you don't think you're worth it, you put up with stuff you shouldn't, or maybe you overlook some things. You start to develop confidence when you recognize your value and communicate what you will and will not tolerate. Remember, in a healthy relationship, mutual respect and equality are important, not games or power plays. The common situations that are seen include those where jealousy may arise. Try this. She passes remarks like going out and chilling with her ex, or flirting right under your nose with someone else. Once or twice, it is passed off as harmless fun. But if such situations occur every now and then, her motive should be examined. Does she do it out of envy? Is she in need of attention? Or does she keep unsure of her feelings for you? Jealousy is not bad in itself. It's a natural feeling, but using it as a tool to manipulate someone is crossing the line. Speaking of lines, let's touch on communication. Open and honest communication is the antidote to manipulation in dating and relationships. If you suspect she's playing games, address it calmly and directly. Instead of accusing her bluntly, describe how you feel because of her actions. Instead, say something like, "I noticed you canceled our plans again, and it made me feel unimportant." This opens the door for more dialogue, not defensiveness. Healthy communication brings clarity into the relationship and helps the partners understand each other better. One very useful tip in communicating is to listen actively. In active listening, one gives all attention, may ask questions for clarification, and reflects back what one hears to confirm understanding. It shows that you value her perspective while encouraging her to return the same. This practice over time will strengthen the bond between you and reduce misunderstandings. Remember, communication isn't just talking. It's actually hearing each other. At this point, one may wonder how to regain the trust after the trust has been breached. Rebuilding trust takes time, patience, and consistent effort on both sides. Begin by acknowledging a breach of trust and discussing its cause. Was it an isolated incident or part of a pattern? From that point forward, work together in establishing new patterns regarding honesty and accountability. Be transparent. Share your thoughts and feelings as openly as possible, and let her do the same. Remember, rebuilding trust does not mean forgetting. It means choosing to go forward despite an issue. To wrap things up, let's revisit the main points. Dating and relationships thrive on trust, and trust thrives on honesty. Manipulative behaviors, whether intentional or unintentional, can undermine that foundation if left unaddressed. Pay attention to red flags, foster open communication, and prioritize emotional boundaries. Understand the role of self-esteem and power dynamics in shaping how relationships unfold. Armed with this knowledge, you're better equipped to navigate challenges and build stronger, more meaningful connections. The key takeaways are how one sets emotional boundaries, identifies red flags in relationships, and squarely deals with issues relating to trust. Power dynamics and communication skills play a huge role in showing how manipulation will go on and manifest in dates and relationships. You can identify these patterns early on and take steps to protect your emotional well-being with these insights. And finally, remember that nobody deserves less than love and respect. Nobody should have to deal with a game or being manipulated. What matters most is your reaction when you realize something is not right. Bring empathy, curiosity, and growth to the interaction in the pursuit of moving together or apart. That's the key to happiness.